Unforgiving, the hate group running through Florida. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Who? Why? Hear me out though. What, like, why do people hate other groups of people for no reason? Like, if you had reasons, cool. But what did these people do in order for you to hate them? Literally nothing. Like, how did they hate for black people even start out? How did that even happen? Like, what did we do in order for y'all to hate us? What did we do? What got bigger meats? Like, what?
From the swampy backwoods to the beautiful beaches and cocaine-filled cities of Florida, there exists a secretive and controversial criminal organization with bigger hopes and aspirations than your typical gang. They call themselves...
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, chat. These are all losers. I don't care. Say say they can beat me up. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody in these pictures are losers, bro. I promise you, bro. I promise you. And they all they cousins too, all right?
The Unforgiven, a reference to their outsider status from mainstream society, and they wear it with pride.
Like, these people are clowns, bro. These people are clowns. Oh, yeah. Like, no, bro. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, cuz, yo, on some real, yo, Hitler would even mess with half of y'all. On God, he wouldn't. On God, yo, on God, Hitler wouldn't even mess with half of y'all. And this guy got a San Fran tattoo on the bottom of his gut, like, of his beer gut. Yeah, this guy, and who is that? I'm not even gonna elaborate, because this person's probably dead. You feel me?
This group has done more than most all-white gangs to earn its white supremacist label. And within Florida prisons, it is a dominant force, rivaled only by the Universal Aryan Brotherhood. Over the years, the Unforgiven has been linked to beatdowns, extortion, intimidation, and even murders throughout this marshland paradise. And it has also even attempted to gain a foothold in local politics and government.
Yeah, all right. Like that's gonna happen, bro. Times are different now, buddy. Give it up.
This presentation is based on a review of thousands of documents, photos, videos, articles from credible news sources, and the words of Unforgiven members themselves, including a president who claims people have the wrong idea about this group that embraces Nazi symbolism, allegedly tried to take over a Florida town, and which goes by the creed, "Unforgiven forever, forever unforgiven." On the night of June 23rd, 2003, in the small city of Longwood, Florida, two men with totally opposite life trajectories cross paths with tragic consequences. For Tony Francis, it was just another night of work behind the counter of a local quick corner, where he spent as much as 70 hours each week greeting customers and dishing out snacks. But for 28-year-old Tyndall Jason Williams, it was just a night of drug-fueled desperation that had led him there with a borrowed sawed-off shotgun, determined to commit a brazen robbery to pay off a drug debt to his own girlfriend.
What? Are you serious, bro? Your own girl is making you crash out like this, bro? The coochie can't be that good, my heart. The coochie can't be that good, my heart. Nah, it can't be that good, bro. It can't be that good. Bro, what? That's crazy. And I know it's for drugs, shit. I know this is for drugs. But, bro, is your girlfriend making you do this, cuz? That's wild. And, yo, and Dark in the chat said they would never be real Nazis. They won't. It's like, bro, like a gay guy, you know, dressing up like a girl. You would never be a girl. Just like these guys, you would never be a real Nazi, bro. Give it up.
Williams walked into the store, raised the gun at Francis, and shot him squarely in the chest from a few feet away,
For what
without
reason?
giving him any time to react.
Oh, that's crazy.
As the clerk lay dying, Williams tried and failed to locate a stash of cash, only to leave completely empty-handed
Dumbass.
and to dispose of the weapon in Lake Monroe. Earlier in the night, Williams had expressed a specific desire to rob a Middle Eastern man, using a racist epithet in the process. In the end, all he'd managed to do was kill an innocent person and get himself a life case.
Dumbass.
Surveillance video of the crime was broadcast all over the local news, and for the next 24 hours, Williams and even some of his loved ones fielded calls from concerned friends who easily recognized him. The cops solved the mystery quickly, and even Williams'
Bro, this guy just looks like an idiot. Like, he looks like he's retarded. I'm sorry, bro.
girlfriend implicated him. Before long, Williams was sentenced to life.
Bro, look how much he aged in jail. Ha ha.
As a youth, Williams had joined a so-called gang who called themselves the Sick Boys. But now as a lifer in a place where violence and racial politics rules the day, Williams found a much bigger, more dangerous group to align with. He became a member of the Unforgiven. And in the Sunshine State, this group has emerged as the first choice for white inmates in the Department of Corrections who are seeking to join a gang. With thousands of members ready to answer a call to arms, the Unforgiven has many commonalities with other Aryan-aligned gangs. But it also presents its...
What's good, Nico? Bro, my question is this, right? My fault. My question is this. Why? What made y'all hate other races, bro? Why? Why? Like, that's just my question. I just want an answer. I don't want an argument. I don't want whatever, bro. I just want an answer. Why? What did these people do in order for you to not like them? What did these people do in order for you not to like them? Why? That's all I care about is why. And the thing about this is, bro, it's not going to change. They're scared because, hear me out, chat, hear me out. Anything white that interacts with anything black, it taints the color. So hear me out, right? I'm not saying this is happening. I'm not saying I want this to happen. But, bro, like, I'm going to be so real, chat. White people in America, they're, like, dwindling down, bro. Because more, like, Mexicans, more blacks, more other races with different skin colors, like darker pigments of skin, come to the country. The more they interact and crossbreed with other white people, their kids will start to get more darker and darker and darker. Yeah, some of them would be light skinned. Yeah, of course. But then they'll start to get my skin color. They'll start to get dark or brown or whatever. So think about 100 years later in America, there would be a lot more browns and a lot more blacks and a lot more, mixed people rather than white people in this country. Just because the more the mass amount of people coming to the country that isn't white, if you know what I'm trying to say, chat.
Itself as an empowerment organization that is strictly rooted in white supremacy and explicitly seeks to indoctrinate, spread propaganda, and eliminate, quote, race traitors from their own ranks. As such, they've predictably become a major target of law enforcement, not just in Florida, but Washington, D.C., which continues to throw resources towards building RICO cases against them. And while the Unforgiven is well known in the South, it has recently gained nationwide notoriety, thanks to its tangential connection to a predatorial murderer who gained a cult-like following.
Wait, wasn't this guy on like TikTok or something?
Over his good looks and haunting tattoos. There is a wide spectrum.
I'm sorry, I don't know who this person is, but he doesn't look fully white. This guy looks like he has some Spanish in him, at least, bro. Am I the only one that thinks this, bro? He looks like he has some Spanish in him, bro. Like, and this guy's a loser, bro. Nobody will ever take him serious, bro. Just look at him, chat. He looks like he listens to Tom McDonald, bro. Come on.
And haunting tattoos.
Like, stop it, bro. Stop.
There is a wide spectrum of white supremacist gangs and organizations in the United States, from extremist political groups like the Order to gangs like the original Aryan Brotherhood, which is far less ideological and more centered on drug trafficking and prison control. The Unforgiven borrows from both extremes, but is firmly rooted in a belief that white people face an existential threat from normal mainstream society, and therefore need to form a united front to fight back.
So that means be racist to other people, and that means get literally every other group to be against you. So then you will lose indefinitely. Because let's be real, chat. If it's just white people versus every other race in the whole world, who do you think will win? Who do you think will win? Okay, let's be real, bro. That makes no sense. All right, let's just talk about America. Do you really think like white people are still 60% of the population in America when we see there's millions and millions and millions of people coming over the border every day? So that isn't right anymore. So we don't even know how many whites are in the country. We don't know how many Mexicans or blacks, whatever. But I'm pretty sure if every white person versed every other race in America, they will still lose. I'm pretty sure, bro.
From its foundation
Yo, Dark, chill, bro. Chill. You're wildin'. Chill.
in the late 1980s, The Unforgiven has presented itself
Chill,
as
bro.
the
Chill.
Fourth Reich,
Don't.
an
Chill.
extension of the belief system institutionalized in Nazi Germany. But The Unforgiven exists a lot like typical prison gangs as well, relying on violence, extortion, contraband trafficking, and unity within its own ranks to survive behind bars. The Unforgiven's constitution states that inmates in the Florida state prison system were, quote, a minority in the extreme,
What?
and, quote,
How does that make
exploited,
sense?
victimized, and preyed upon by those of other races.
What?
Their solution was simple: to form a paramilitary organization in prison, creating a group that has a rigid leadership hierarchy, yet also asserts that all members should be considered equal. How people end up in The Unforgiven varies by the individual.
Bro. Wait. We gotta go back, bro.
How people end up in The Unforgiven.
Chat, and this guy's being racist. So, bro, this guy has no room to talk at all. Literally have no room to talk.
Varies by the individual. But we were able to acquire a love letter to a woman that was written by one
this is a
member
group on racist
named
people.
Brandon Welch, aka Scumbag, in which he included an autobiography that helped explain his personal journey to joining this prison gang. He wrote,
I want to hear it.
quote, I had a really good childhood. Dad was a major in the Marines. Mom owned a catering biz. Shit fell apart for me when my mom died when I was in college, 06. From there, shit went down the drain, and here I am now. The longer version was that Welch developed a painkiller addiction after studying.
So, your mom died, and then that made you want to become a Nazi? Hold up. That doesn't make sense, but hold up. I got something for you, bro. I got something for you. Bro. That pack hitting, bro. That pack hitting. What do you mean, all right, bro? I don't care. Talking about some all right, bro. I don't care. He hates me for no reason. That's crazy making fun of a dead person. They want me dead. He wants me dead for no reason. I don't care. He wants me dead for no reason. So I'm gonna make fun of his dead ass mom. I don't care.
Studying business in college, and his life totally fell apart. He was prosecuted for being a pot courier, pawning a stolen bike, and finally robbing someone with a hammer. In prison, he was assaulted by the Haitian American gang known as Zopound and associated with the Unforgiven for protection. As a fully grown adult, he committed a prison stabbing against another Unforgiven member who was wounded in several vital areas but survived.
Oh my God.
And later told police he would have stabbed Welch first if given the chance. For the stabbing, Welch was given 2 decades in federal prison, a sentence that he has barely begun to serve. New members are expected to study extremist white supremacist ideology and to undergo a probationary period of several months to a year. When deemed acceptable to join the Unforgiven, the prospect must undergo a bloodletting to symbolize the shedding of old blood to join a new family.
So literally, they're doing a ritual. This is literally all it is. This is literally a blood ritual to join the gang.
To accept the following motto, known as the 21 words. Quote, as brothers forgiven not by society, embrace Aryan culture, knowledge, and strength. Die proud under that swastika shroud, remaining forever unforgiven. The Unforgiven also goes by the 21-2-12 numerical code.
I have 21 through 12, bro. Fuck who don't like it. In your mouth, we eat chicken at, bitch.
Anyway, I'm unforgiving to the motherfucking toe tag, to the bust out. 21-2-12, you heard me? UFFU. I'm forgiven forever, fuck you, you know what I'm saying?
In keeping with this theme,
What?
members throw
Bro.
up a 21 hand sign. We've also noticed that from our own review of writings, videotapes, and transcripts of conversations that Unforgiven members often colloquially refer to one another as cracker. Members are
All right, so I guess you want to be like us now, huh? Oh, now you want to say that? So while we got the nigga, you got the I'm not gonna say because you know how Twitch is. You know how Twitch is. I ain't want to risk it. You feel me? But we can say nigga. Y'all got the. You feel me? So y'all want to be like us now?
prohibited from drug use, and those who do use drugs are supposed to fess up and seek help. The organizational structure is twofold, with a president of prisons and another of the free world, and a military-like ranking system that includes lieutenants, soldiers, and sergeants, but also couriers, treasurers,
That's actually
sociologists.
crazy. They have a
and
whole
procurement
thing going on,
coordinators.
bro. They have like sections and stuff, bro. Like that's wild. I'm not gonna lie. They're actually serious
Before
about this.
receiving an organization patch, meaning a tattoo of an iron cross intertwined with a
God
swastika,
damn, that shit hurt.
an
I know that shit
unforgiven
hurt.
member must commit, quote, an extreme act of violence against someone who has committed a crime against the white race, or is a, quote, racial adversary. The tattoo can only be given to a member in a specific area, a vital sign on the upper half of their bodies.
Wait, isn't it illegal to have a swastika tat? Isn't that illegal? Like I swear, if a cop or whatever sees that you have a swastika tat, you will get arrested because I believe that's hate crime, or that you're spreading hate. So I think that is illegal. That is illegal to have that in public. I'm not gonna lie. Also, one of my substitute teachers had a swastika. It was like on her like chest, real quick. I'm not gonna lie. So it was my 7th grade. My teacher, Miss Vinziani, she was pregnant, so she was out for half the year. We had this one sub. She was like young. She was like 25. Bro, my boy Logan, right? She like I don't know why she would do this, but she had like a crop top thingy on. Like it was like a shirt, but it would go over here, right? So you can kind of see like the top part, and you can see like the edge of like the swastika. I don't know how he saw it, but it was a swastika, bro. And then he reported her to the president, the principal, and then she dead ass never came back. After that day, she never came back. Never. I swear on my life.
To both symbolize their fervent
Smash
loyalty
is
to
crazy,
the
bro.
organization, as well as to serve as a reminder of just how painful it would be to have such a tattoo burned off or covered in the event that a member betrays the gang. Members are also given a gang pseudonym that they aren't supposed to share with folks outside of the organization. All of this information we've just recounted has come directly from copies of the Unforgiven Constitution and other literature seized during raids of cells,
Yo, they mad as hell at
compounds, and members'
BLM.
homes.
They mad as shit.
While these documents claim to have a rigid system of standards for new and established members, the testimony of former members suggests that this isn't always the case. A former Unforgiven member, named James Maypoles, testified in a federal trial that he was required to study teachings of a neo-Nazi philosopher named David Lane, but, quote, I didn't really believe in a lot of that stuff, yet was allowed to join anyway. During the relevant time periods here,
They just need numbers.
the man in
That's
charge
all
of
they
the
need, bro.
Unforgiven's prison
They just
branch
need numbers.
was a lifer named Debo. His real name is John Barker III, and in the early 2000s, he and his brother, John Barker II, were convicted and sentenced for home invasion robbery and murder of a North Fort Myers contractor named Michael Lavolsi, who was beaten, robbed, and hogtied inside of his residence.
Bro, what? Like,
Debo
God
allegedly
damn.
attempted to sneak his brother a handcuff key during the sentencing hearing in what police assumed was an escape attempt.
Yeah, like
Almost
you gonna
all
get
of
away,
the
bro.
members we've researched for this video joined the Unforgiven when they were in jail or prison. And that leads us to the most famous alleged member of the
So basically, this what it tells me, right? So basically, when they're free, they're like regular people, whatever. They see black people, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna speak to him. Like he's black, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna speak to him. Like you feel me? But when they go to prison, like they get scared. They see a lot of like a lot of people. You feel? I'm gonna say a lot of people. Then they're like, oh, like brother type shit, dap each other up. And then I was like, then he does these type thing. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to get banned. But he goes like these type, you know what I'm talking about? He goes like these type of things, chat. You feel me? So I guess that's what it is. When they're free, like there's no pressure on like having to join like a group or nothing because who are you really in danger? when you're free to chat. Like, how often are you in danger every single day? Unless you have like a terrible life at home. If so, I'm sorry. This isn't for you. But to like everybody else though, how often are you in danger? You feel me? Because when you go to jail or prison, bro, that's because you need some protection. I'm not gonna lie.
Unforgiven.
So I can kind of understand.
Who may not
to
actually
be
be
honest,
a
bro.
member at all. His name is Wade Wilson. And he's everything a true crime-obsessed public could ever hope for. Wilson is a murderer who carried out 2 brutal, premeditated, and sadistic killings within a 24-hour span, later bragging that he lured both women to their deaths through his charm.
Wow.
He has the same
that
name
would
as
be,
the comic
oh
book
my
character
God.
Deadpool,
That
and
made me so
facial
mad.
tattoos that many have compared to the Joker. Wilson blamed his crimes on accidental drug ingestion, claiming he must have taken bath salts or
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you're a girl and you genuinely choose to trust this guy, it's your fault. Now, I'm sorry to say that, bro. RIP to the people that lost their life, bro. But if you're a female and you genuinely trust this guy, come on.
synthetic
We gotta do
marijuana
better.
disguised as cocaine. But if you look at his case, there are pretty clear indicators.
Oh, I'm so sorry to the females. I'm so sorry. So he got those tats when he was in jail, I'm guessing, because this is an old mugshot and his face is completely clean. That makes a lot of sense. So when he was free, he just had other tats or all that stuff, but his face was clean because he probably had a job, all that stuff. But now he did the 2 murders. He's in jail for life. Of course he's gonna get the tats. He's not gonna be in public no more. He's not gonna get another job no more, bro. He's gonna be in jail for the rest of his life. So of course he gets those tats when he's in jail. But when he was out, he had no face. So I'm sorry to those females.
That he is a sadist. Wilson's sad story starts at a Cape Coral nightclub called Buddha, where he met Christine Melton and her best friend, Stephanie Johnson, introducing himself as JR. He seemed charming and friendly, and eventually the 2 women, Wilson and a man named Jason Shepard, all headed to Shepard's home where Melton and Wilson had consensual sex. What no one knew was that Wilson had left his girlfriend at the club and stolen her car for the 4 to use in the process.
Yo!
The following morning, Wilson sprung into action, offering Melton a ride to get her alone before killing her in her home.
Whoa! Bro, yo, this guy's terrible, bro. Yo! That is, yo, cuz, bro, he went to the club with his girlfriend. Both of them went together to the club. He left, stole his girlfriend's car. He left with the stolen girlfriend's car. Brings another girl in the stolen girlfriend's car. Takes it back to the crib. Probably smashed on the same bed both of them sleep on. Then he, wow, bro, what? Then he murders. Then he murders her. What?
While driving home from the scene, he was stopped for directions by a second woman named Diane Ruiz, convinced her to get in his car, then took her to a secluded area and ran her over repeatedly after knocking her unconscious.
Who does that? Cuz you have to be insane in the membrane to run somebody over continuously, bro. Like, bro, even for me, when I'm driving on the road, I try my hardest to not run over no dead animal or no course, even if it's like that dead animal been there for like 3 weeks, it's completely like flat on the road. All you see is like some fur left on the, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I still try my hardest to not run that over. Imagine running over somebody that's alive and just keep doing it until they're dead and just keep doing it over and over and over, bro. You gotta be sick in the head, bro.
Wilson called his
Clearly he
father
is,
for help, who played along with his son's pleas, but actually ended up calling the authorities and helping them arrest him.
W father.
The crimes have generated a strange fascination, with TikTokers and news media following every small development with great concern. And Jelly Roll's wife even recently revealing that she tried to get Wilson a Netflix show. Wilson has been convicted and sentenced to death. But while his case was pending, news media coast to coast wrote
Best viewers on promotionshop.ru. Hey, bro, listen, bro. You're lucky I don't know how to ban you yet, all right? Oh, I lied. Get the fuck out of my chat, pussy.
detailed reports about his status as a member of the Unforgiven, claiming that police had confirmed his affiliation with the notorious white supremacist gang. In
Nah, it was
reality,
just a bot.
all of this appears to be based
just
on
a
a
bot.
single sentence from one police report that was made public after Wilson was implicated in a failed escape attempt from Lee County Jail. The report says that a jailhouse snitch told authorities Wilson and another inmate were planning to break out of jail and to catch a ride to Fort Myers, and that, quote, the two are related through affiliation with the Unforgiven. Another indicator is that some of the tattoos Wilson received in jail after his arrest are symbols commonly used by white supremacist prison gangs and those who associate with them. There's some varying possibilities here. One is that the police included this line in a public report because they have other records of Wilson joining the Unforgiven in jail. But in a jail like Lee County, it is likely that all of the white inmates outside of protective custody are affiliated on some level with the Unforgiven, even if the, quote, affiliation simply means that hanging out in the same location at an exercise yard or chow hall. Furthermore, Wilson murdering two women, including a white lady with blonde hair, goes directly against what the Unforgiven professes as its core values. Even though it wouldn't be the first time that a prison gang turned a blind eye to a red flag and allowed someone with a questionable past to join.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie,
In
chat.
short,
These people, like, yo, these gang members and these people who are in these gangs, bro, they are the worst humans known to man. Yo, they could know their homie, right? Their best homie, a little girl, and they will still act like nothing happened. Bro, this happens all the time. Y'all, you see this all happen all the time. Bro, people will still be homies with somebody who done the most craziest stuff and dares to say free bro. Free my bro, he ain't do nothing. Free my bro till it's backwards. Free bro. Free bro world. Keep him. Keep him. We don't need him, okay? We don't need that.
it's hard to draw a definitive conclusion as to whether Wilson's really a member, or simply someone who hangs around these guys in a jail setting. Outside of prison, the Unforgiven operates somewhere between a militia and an extremist political club, with members who stockpile weapons, spread propaganda, and sell merchandise as both a form of income and recruitment. In 2019, their president on the outside was a man named Darren Terranova. But a lot of people within the Unforgiven were not happy with his leadership.
Bro, get out of my face,
They
bro.
viewed Terranova as being too soft and too tolerant of members who strayed from the Unforgiven's code of conduct. And some believed the organization was suffering as a whole. Their solution was to replace Terranova with this guy, Maverick Marr, also known as Saxon. He took over the Unforgiven with a directive to weed out members in bad standing and clean house. Under Marr's tenure, Florida was divided into sectors, allowing lieutenants to micromanage their areas more effectively. And he directed members to use the messaging app Marco Polo to send video communications to one another, with the important caveat that they not say anything they wouldn't say to a cop. Unfortunately for the Unforgiven, this caveat was thrown to the wayside by many, and the ATF was able to get its hands on many of these Marco Polo videos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Why would they do this? Are they dumb? Why? First off, to any criminal out there or any person who wants to do a future crime, keep everything off the internet. Don't use it. Don't use it to search up anything. Don't use it to even search up how to get a rope. Nothing. Because that will stay there forever and the cops can get that at any time. So why would this leader want his people to use an app which people know that it saves on the internet forever? Doesn't matter what app it is. Bro, if you send something, it goes through like the cell towers and stuff. Like it goes. There's literal like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, on YouTube, right? When I upload this video on YouTube, bro, YouTube would know I reacted to this video from YouTube. Like, it's all in the file code. It's so weird, bro. It's so weird. Like, take a picture on your phone. The phone would know exactly where you took the picture at what time. It's weird, bro. Like, our phones and computers are so smart that we don't even know the possibilities that they can do. So listen, don't do any crimes. Don't say anything illegal that you wouldn't want people to know about, or you wouldn't want like the cops to know, because that shit will be on the internet forever. These people are idiots.
With predictable results. The man seen here is Joshua Fisher, aka Hammer. He was something of a unicorn in the Unforgiven due to his complete lack of a criminal record in the late 2010s. This made him a particularly valuable member, and prosecutors say this group, quote, sought to have him as a political mouthpiece and invested in his image as a future candidate for public office, including possibly the mayor of Brooksville, Florida. Of course, there was a downside to being a man with a clean record amongst hardened convicts. Many in the Unforgiven believed Fisher had a chip on his shoulder due to him never having gone to prison and would jump at the first chance to be violent.
Wait, what?
During a Black Lives Matter rally in Hernando County, Fisher allegedly told Unforgiven members to, quote, arm up, and chased protesters with a machete through the streets.
Deputies say he pulled out a machete after trying to start a fight.
In another instance, he was part of a wrecking crew that entered an Unforgiven member's home, sliced his neck for using drugs, smashed his face with the butt of a shotgun, and left after making a wisecrack that the attack was, quote, from your neighborhood white supremacists.
Bro, why do that to your own people? Cause what? This is a terrible. Yo, they don't even help their own people. So your own people started doing drugs. So you go into the house, you break into his house, you slice him up, you beat him up. Like, do you think that person would even want to be in your group again? That makes no. If anything, try to help the guy. All right, yeah, we get it. You got to be tough or whatever. Cool. Bro, punch him up a little bit, take him out from the house, have him somewhere where you guys can keep an eye on him so he doesn't do drugs. Somewhere like simple like that. Cause not going to his house, breaking into his house, do all the stab him up. Like, why would anybody want to be in your group after that? Makes no sense.
Began to keep a, quote, book of life.
Yo, these people are
Essentially
retarded. I'm sorry. These people are
made
stupid.
it easier to keep track of members in good and bad standing and how to handle them. For many within the Unforgiven, this was the beginning of the end of their membership.
Yeah, because that's just, you're
Marr
destroying it from the
formed hit
inside.
squads to eliminate weak blood, but they showed some compassion. Rather than murdering bad members, they would simply beat them to a pulp, cover their tattoos, and sometimes replace the Unforgiven symbol with the word void and make their excommunication official.
That's crazy.
Examples
I'm
of
not gonna
this included a man named Coke Lawson, who was accused of sexually harassing an Unforgiven prospect's wife.
Oh my God.
He was assaulted, urinated on, and his tattoos were marked out and replaced with scrawlings that made it clear he was no longer a part of the Unforgiven.
Damn, so I'm guessing they just get a tattoo gun and just all on that shit, bro. God damn, that shit probably hurt so bad, bro.
Unlike many who had received the same fate, though, Lawson's excommunication allegedly came on Marr's orders alone, rather than through the typical protocol, which was to put an excommunication to a vote. Such a vote occurred with another man named Troy Bailey, who was in bad standing for giving his girlfriend an Unforgiven patch when she'd been labeled a police informant.
Yo, this group has to be so dumb. Bro, the group knows and told you your girlfriend may be or is a police informer. Hey, idiot, if you don't know by now, hey, the group you're in, we kill people, we rob people, we do everything illegal under the sun. And you're sleeping with a police informant. So your dumbass goes out and give her a patch? Bro, they deserve for this group to be this demolished, bro.
She also had a baby with a black man.
Yo, nah. No. They don't even care about the patch part. They only care about that she had a baby with a black guy. That's all. I swear that's all they care about. I swear.
Exactly make Bailey too popular within the Unforgiven.
Yo.
But several ex-members who turned snitch would later tell the ATF that the group planned to not just excommunicate Bailey, but there were some who wanted to kill him.
For what? Why?
But the ATF dropped the hammer on this group before anything happened to Bailey, charging 15 people to include Mar, Joshua Hammer Fisher, Brandon Scumbag Welch, and other members with nicknames like Stretch, Shrek, and Pretty Boy. As Brandon Welch wrote in the previously mentioned love letter, only 4 of those charged took their case to trial. 8 turned into cooperators, and the remainder accepted guilty pleas and prison sentences.
That's why you
that came with
can't
it.
trust these gangs, bro. They
Those
don't
4
care about you,
included
bro.
Maverick
They only care
Mar,
about themselves.
who took the stand in his own defense after listening to several former members testify against him. Mar painted a very different picture of the Unforgiven from what media, the ATF, and federal prosecutors had described. He said the organization had 2,500 members of varying religious, political, and even ethnic backgrounds, including members who were mixed race and those who openly rejected a neo-Nazi philosophy, yet were still accepted by the group. Quote, "Do we have white supremacists? Absolutely. Do we have racists? Absolutely. Do we have people that are very much not either of those things? Yes, absolutely factual."
That makes no sense. Then wait, does that mean that doesn't mean wait, hold up. So does that even mean that you are a white, like your group is white supremacist? If you guys accept people of all people, is your group still white supremacist, or is it just another group? That doesn't, because if it was just white supremacist, or so if it's just white supremacist group, whatever, doesn't it have to be all white people? So that doesn't make sense.
Another thing Mar claimed was that part of his takeover of the Unforgiven included a push to make the group, quote, 100% legal, including an absolute prohibition on robberies, extortion, and drug sales. As for the assault on Coke Lawson, Mar claimed it was entirely Joshua Fisher's fault, explaining that Fisher was, quote, a very problematic character. Whether the jury believed Mar's testimony is unclear, but they did find him and his 3 co-defendants liable for the various assaults, and a judge sentenced them to lengthy federal prison terms.
And that's exactly what they get.
As for Tyndall Williams, the man we started this episode with,
I forgot all
he
about
came
this
up
guy. I remember
in a
him.
violent crime investigation in 2011, just 8 years after being sentenced to life. This time, authorities called him a leader of the Unforgiven in Tomoka Correctional Institution, who had organized and helped carry out an attack against a prison snitch. The victim was targeted for telling police about Unforgiven contraband rings in
Yo,
the facility.
snitch. Nah,
And his
bro, come
identity
on.
was the biggest irony of them all. He was Esteban Quintanal, a man who had murdered Hialeah police officer Pedro Antonio Canas in 1992 during a domestic violence call. Tyndall Williams and the other 4 men waited for Quintanal to shower during mealtime. Then, 3 of them pounced on him while the other 2 kept watch. He was rushed to an off-site hospital and barely survived the stabbing.
Stabbed
The
17
recent
times.
Unforgiven
man.
prosecution, while technically a success, has done little to curb the gang's activity. It still maintains a strong presence throughout the state of Florida, with the potential to go even further. As the gang's profile is raised by its connection to Wade Wilson, and as many more members end up in federal prison through the DOJ's ongoing efforts to go after the gang, it is likely that the Unforgiven will continue to spread.
Yeah, that was a good video, I guess. But listen, bro. Yeah, they're going to continue to spread, but are they going to get anywhere? You seen what happened with our own group. They started just eating themselves from the inside. They started blowing themselves up, imploding from the inside. This isn't going to do anything. The only thing they're going to do is just stay in their little trailer park place and just hate on other races. That's all they're going to do. My life won't be any different. If you're any other race other than white, your life won't even change a bit. A bit. There's groups like this in Florida, Alabama, a lot of places down south. You know, North Carolina, South, a lot of places. Bro, I promise you, they're not gonna do shit. I promise you, bro. I promise you. All right.